Welcome to the Cybertruck unveil.
So you bought a Cybertruck. $100 deposit, there is no buyer's remorse. EV's the future.
Let's show the glass demo.
So if you want to disrupt the truck market, if you want to interrupt the auto industry, right on the heels of SEMA,
Sweet truck, bro.
nobody is talking about anything but the Cybertruck. I thought it was a joke, but apparently this is really serious, so we're gonna take this very seriously as well. I consider myself a truck guy. I've owned every kind of truck, quarter ton, half ton, 3/4, 1 ton. I love the old trucks, and I bleed trucks, from being fuel efficient, small little quarter ton trucks that I drove around, to very heavy haulers that are able to pull 20, 30,000 pounds. But the way that this truck has been marketed has thrown away all the credibility of this marketing department and the Cybertruck itself. And besides the tug of war, which is a complete joke, it's everything else that they're not telling you. Now this truck is meant to pull 14,400 pounds and do 500 miles. The problem is the marketing department doesn't tell you it can't do both. If you are pulling that 14,400 pounds, you'll be lucky to get 200 to 250 miles out of a single charge. It'll be worse in the winter. Now, we don't have an electric vehicle here in our possession, and we don't have a Cybertruck in front of us, but Fastlane Truck did a test with a Model X, and they got about 1/3 of the charge when they were pulling less than the rated tow rating for that Model X. So definitely check out that video. For a truck guy, if you have a truck, you need to pull things. The highest trim level, which is $70,000, capable of pulling the 14,400 pounds at about 200 to 250 miles. Now, if you take that 70,000 and buy one of the big trucks from the big three, you'll be able to pull close to 30,000 pounds, which is almost double, and do that at about 800 miles, 700 miles, somewhere around there with the full weight. We've been able to drive the heavy duty Silverado, which is not the ugliest truck in the market anymore. But the big three are slowly getting the emissions on the diesels figured out and being able to get some of that good mileage back again while getting the tow rating. So we were able to drive the 3-liter diesel in the half-ton trim as well, and I think the starting price was around $40,000 for that. They were getting 30 miles to the gallons plus on the road tests when we were driving it, and they're able to pull the 9,000 pounds. So if you compare the new Silverado 3-liter diesel to the same price point Tesla, which is a single motor, you'll be lucky to get 100 miles out of that charge, whereas the GM's getting 30 miles to the gallon. Something to really consider, even if you don't tow all day, every day, those road trips when you do pull, it's when you're going to the cottage, you've got your camper trailer behind you, you've got your boat behind you, whatever. You want to get there, you want to get there fast. You don't want to drive 150 miles or 200 miles and have to wait an hour to charge. And all the guys that have driven on road trips with me can attest to that. We pull into a gas station, you have exactly 132 seconds to get in there, buy your stuff, get back in the truck, because we're on the highway, we're moving. So I thought for fun, we'd measure my truck. This is a crew cab long box, bumper to bumper is 237 inches, and the Tesla truck is 231 inches. Now, that's this much shorter. 231 inches is massive. So if you live in the city and you forget about parking, my garage is 28 feet deep. And as you can see, I can just close my door. So if you want to park inside somewhere, it's not gonna happen. So this truck right now is actually stock suspension, but it's got some massive tires on it.
I think the top rib here is probably 81.
The Tesla in its stock form with its stock tires is 76 inches tall. So if we put the stock tires back on this truck will be lower than the Tesla, and there is no way that either one of those is going to be going in any parking garage anywhere in the city. You need to park that on the street, but you probably need at least a spot and a half. This truck is 96 inches to the side of the mirrors, and the Tesla is about the same with the standard mirrors. We don't know because it doesn't have mirrors yet. I don't think it has turn signals yet. I don't think it has wipers. I don't think it's got airbags because I think it has a countertop for a dash. If I am going to take a truck to a job site, I need to have my tools. I need to put at least a sheet of plywood or a sheet of drywall on the back. Everything in there, I need it easily accessible. And I need it protected. Now, this truck has an 8-foot box. The Tesla there Has a 6.5 foot box, but the sides are so high you can only get at the stuff at the back. So it's great for your hockey bag. The truck isn't even designed with utility in mind. You can't reach in the back. I don't need the stuff that's right at the back right away. I need everything. I need my saw first or this first. I don't think you'll see many of these trucks, if at all, on job sites because it's not a practical vehicle to take to job sites. On top of that, you can't park the thing anywhere. If you're going to a job site in the city, parking is tight. You need full truck capabilities, not just a giant cabin that's luxurious and big and open, because that's what SUVs are for. Another thing to consider is even though EVs don't need that much maintenance, they do break down on occasion, and the only people to service that is Tesla. Or maybe there's a Rich Rebuilds in your area and he's got a 4-post hoist, because there's no way that that Cybertruck is going on a 2-post hoist. We've seen a lot of comments like, I've always hated trucks, but I love this thing. Well, who are you? If you've never owned a truck before, what are you driving and what are you switching from? Because the Cybertruck is 6 inches smaller than that truck. So if you're used to driving a 3 or an X, even if you're used to driving a Tahoe or something like that, it is substantially bigger. Now, if you look at the tug of war, just forget about the complete joke of what a test this was and look at the size of the trucks. They must think that everybody watching is an idiot. You can't compare a 2-wheel drive $30,000 truck to a $70,000 4-wheel drive truck that weighs a pile more. There is no doubt that EV has massive torque right from the start. Why did you choose to do? It's like taking a Tahoe and hooking it up to a semi-truck on loose gravel and seeing who breaks traction first, and then calling that a legitimate tug of war? It was a joke. Why wouldn't you take a $70,000 Tesla and put it up against a $70,000 one of the big 3 trucks and drag it up the hill? You still would have pulled that truck up. Now, thankfully, Ford called out Tesla as well, so look forward to another pointless tug of war. It is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. I'm not even gonna talk about the windows. Why do I need bulletproof trucks? Who is this truck for? And what? What is the point? Who did you build the truck for? Elon, I really think that you completely missed the boat on this one, but I am excited to see what the other automakers are putting out. Rivian is putting out a pickup truck. That one has just been released before. They're kind of hinting at it. We're hoping to get in the seat of one of those. Ford will be unveiling an electric one very soon, and I think GM's electric pickup truck is bound to hit the market at the end of 2021. Elon, we will be in California in the beginning of next year. I am serious. If you can change my mind as to why this is what you did, I'd love to go check out the truck and drive it and see if you can change my mind. But I think you missed every single point head on and just slapped something together quick, and I don't know. In the meantime, we'll be yanking this truck apart, putting a Caterpillar diesel in this one, getting incredible torque and horsepower. And if you're wondering why the shop looks like it's all tore apart, stick around. There's a whole series coming up on that. All good stuff. It will all be explained real soon. Right, Kitty? Okay, so on a serious note, honestly, if you did order a truck, I want to know why. Was it just to have the newest, latest, and greatest thing? Just got a massive bonus at work? Let me know if that's what you did, or if you have an actual purpose for this truck or what you're expecting out of this truck. If I got something wrong, definitely comment down below, but I want to know why you would buy this truck in the first place. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember, if you're not filthy, then EV's the future.